What's a record you've been rinsing on repeat this summer?
So this isn't especially new. It came out in March, but Dax J released this 19-track album called Soul Enforcer that came out on his label Modern Black. It was a benefit for the war in Ukraine, and 100% of the proceeds went to the Ukrainian Red Cross. So the LP itself is comprised of 19 tracks recorded between 2005 and 2022. But I really love this release because despite the range of time that it was recorded across, it just still feels super cohesive and representative of Dax's sound. And for some reason, I've just been a little bit of a latecomer to Dax J. I think because he's been so hyped up over the last few years that I've been almost resistant to jump on board. But I don't know. I've been drawn more and more to his recordings over the last few months, especially since I personally have been more attracted to like acidy, dub, techno-y sounds. And this LP is it's just super dynamic. It kind of skirts dub and acid and jungle. And I had the pleasure of seeing Dax play a couple of times this summer, actually, once at Awakening. So I've been playing this one a lot. Also in my DJ sets, I've been rinsing this like constantly. So this is probably the one LP/EP that I've been listening to on repeat.
When you're about to drop this record in your sets, what point do you normally play this in? Is it for right before peak hour? Is it something you use to get into the more darker sounds?
That's a good question. I guess I've never thought about it strategically like that. I guess this is something I would maybe play like peak time. And there are a couple of tracks on here. One is Sunrise in Kiev, and another one is The Deepest Borderlines. That it's like very plangent melodies that I think are really good to break up a peak time section when you're playing heavier stuff, or like to layer over something that's really percussive. But it could just as equally work well like in an opening set, I guess, if you're playing towards the end. So yeah, it's a super versatile record.
The beauty of acid.
Yes.